Okay, so today I'm going to show you all about the trim that I use in our flips. And these videos, for some reason, go crazy online. And today I'm going to give you a more in-depth look at what to use, how to assemble, how to install, and what to do in different situations around the house. You know, exterior 45s, around windows, different things like that. So come on in. So what I love about this version of trim is that it's super flexible. That if you don't perfectly love what I put up, then there's so many variations that you can do on your own. And I'll show you those as we go along the way. But today I'm gonna give you a tutorial or give you a look at how we case our windows, because I know my last video was more about doors and a lot of you have had questions about how to do windows. I'll show you a couple other situations around the house as well. So here we have the special trim application on a window. And I think it's important for you guys to see how this works if you want to put this in your home or if you want to put this in your properties, because it's so simple. I mean, it is about as easy as it gets. There's no coping. There's no, I don't know, any of the things about trim that I don't know, because I feel like you can really tell if you put up a higher end trim when a craftsman doesn't do it. I don't all the time want to pay for a master craftsman on the projects that I do, but I do want that elevated look that'll make something look more expensive, look clean, look modern. And I feel like this is it. The fun fact, this whole trim thing when they started, because my grandmother and my grandfather put this trim in their house that they built, and they called it hillbilly trim. And I'm like, and this house is awesome, immaculate. I'm like, there's nothing hillbilly about that. I love that. We started putting it in our properties and everybody seems to really enjoy it. Here you have your 1x4s that you put vertically. You want to make sure that they're level. It would help if you had a level as you go. You can attach this right to the window framing. And this one's not attached because we're doing new windows, but we're waiting on those to come in from the hardware store. But you put your 1x4s in vertically, and then you want to make sure the whole line is level across the top. So that's where you put your 1x6 in. And don't forget about the 1/2 inch overhang on the corners on either side. We do the same overhang on the bottom. And this is just what I do. You can do it however you want. And then you put your 1x2, flip it on its side, nail it to the top, and you've got your trim. A couple variations that I've seen done that work really well. So maybe, let's say you're on a super low budget and you want to get by with as little material as possible. A couple things I would do, and I've done this on a couple of my properties. See this 1x2 piece on the top? While I love it, you can just eliminate. That'll save you money off the rip. And then on the bottom, you don't have to use a 1x6. You could also use a 1x4 and just square it off to this other 1x4 piece. It still looks really great for the money, but that might help you save a few bucks. If you wanted to add more detail to this project, you could take another 1x2 and put it underneath the 1x6, almost creating like a, I don't know what to call it, but creating a more detailed look. On windows, if you want to spend, again, if you just want it to look super elevated, I've done this on a couple projects. I've put added window sills on my windows, and you can take these little detailed trim pieces and you can kind of go all around the edges, and you can really make this about as complicated as you want to make it. So this is your canvas, do what you will, but if you're looking for something super easy that you can do yourself, this style trim is the way to go. If you come over here, it'll give you a better idea of what it looks like when you can see this trim in multiple locations. I just feel like it's kind of grand looking. It's very simple, sleek, modern. I love when you can see multiple doorways in one spot. Different little things that you would never notice, but this trim really accentuates. You kind of see this corner right here. It's just a 1x6 with quarter round around it, but it adds some beef, it adds some character to every corner of the house. Here's a unique situation right behind Lydia. We have this octagonal window. And so in these situations, you know, you can take your 1x4 and just cut it all the way around. Here's another cool application for this. This is a wall that we had opened up, and we put a structural LVT in it. We didn't have enough support in the middle, so we came in and did some more structural 4x4s. And I didn't love the way that it looked how we had it. And so I didn't want to put one beam in the middle. So we kind of made these walkways on either side. And I think what accentuates these walkways is the 1x6 trim right on top and the bottom of the posts. So these are just 1x4s that have been drywalled over, finished drywall, and then they have 1x6s on the top and bottom. And I think, again, that just adds to the character of the space. I'll show you one more thing. The first video I ever did on trim, it was this trim right here. And super simple. If I were to do this and start on my own, I would come in, I'd start with these 1x4s right here. I'd grab a level, make sure I was level with the rough opening. If you are doing this, you gotta be careful where you put your light switches because they can be close. So you wanna make sure you don't have to go cut out the light switch right there. But put your 1x4s right here, put your 1x6s on the top, your 1x2, you flip it right there. Again, you can use any material you want. You can use primed MDF, you can use primed select pine, you can use whatever's flat would give you this appearance. Another important thing is you want to take some caulk and you want to go along every single edge of these. Because you're going to have cracks, you're going to have different things, but a little bit of caulk. Here's actually what I prefer using when I do this myself. I prefer using drywall mud. So I'll get drywall mud, put it on my finger, and go along. It's a little more forgiving. It's a little more easy to sand. It's kind of a foolproof project. If I can do it, you can do it. So if you have any questions about how to do this trim, shoot me some comments down below, and we'd love to help.